All right, so you're thinking Morocco. That means adventure. Big time. But we want to make sure you're not just going there, you're really getting under its skin, right?
Yeah.
We found this great podcast episode, Exploring Morocco, the best places to visit.
Oh, yeah, with Vanessa.
That's the one.
Oh.
She's a total travel pro, knows her stuff. But we're going even deeper, giving you the stuff you don't find in those, like, generic guidebooks.
They're real insider tips.
Exactly. Okay, so Morocco. What's the big deal? It's kind of exploded recently.
Right. It's funny. It's not just for, like, the fancy travelers anymore. Everyone's going. And I think it's that mix. You've got ancient history, but then also it's buzzing, modern. You can be haggling in a souk one day, and then, like Vanessa was saying, trekking the Sahara the next, looking up at a million stars. It's crazy.
Multiple worlds in one country. I love that. But even before we pack, Vanessa really emphasized how welcoming the Moroccan people are. I've heard that can make or break a trip.
Oh, totally. And it's not just like surface level being nice. It's deeper. It's in their culture, that connection they make with people. Think about it. You're in the Atlas Mountains having mint tea with a family.
Oh, wow.
It's not just a drink. It's a ritual. It's how they welcome you.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it. Okay, let's talk cities. First up, Marrakech, the red city.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm already picturing like spices, colors everywhere.
Sensory overload, but in a good way.
Right.
Vanessa really recommends Jamal Fana Square. But don't just look at it, be in it. Storytellers, as the sun sets, that smell of tagines cooking, maybe get a henna tattoo. It's alive.
So it's about participating.
Exactly, not just observing.
I like that. Now, I'm a history buff, so Fez, the spiritual heart, as Vanessa called it, that's pulling me in.
Ah, Fez. History isn't just in a museum there, it's everywhere. You know the University of El Qarawiyyin?
I don't think so.
Founded 859 AD, oldest university in the world, and the whole Medina is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You could wander those alleys for hours. Tiny shops, ancient mosques, amazing.
You'd probably find some hidden treasure in one of those shops. Okay, but then there's Chefchaouen, the Blue City. That feels like a different vibe entirely.
Oh, for sure. If Marrakech is all energy, Chefchaouen is chill. Those blue buildings everywhere, it's just calming. Vanessa says, ditch the map, just wander, find a rooftop cafe, have some mint tea.
Oh, I love rooftop cafes.
Right. Look at the view. It's like hitting a reset button.
Okay, so we've got bustling energy, peaceful blue streets. What about Casablanca? It doesn't get talked about as much.
Yeah, it's more Morocco's modern side,
Oh.
but it's got the Hassan II Mosque, which is huge, one of the largest mosques in the world, right on the ocean.
Wow.
Picture it, all that intricate tile work, those tall minarets, it's grand.
I can imagine. Okay, now I'm a sucker for those coastal towns with an artsy vibe. Vanessa mentioned Essaouira, right?
Oh, Essaouira was amazing. So breezy, perfect for windsurfing, kite surfing. But yeah, it's got that artsy side too. Those white buildings, blue accents, art galleries, and the smell of seafood by the harbor. It's just cool.
It sounds so relaxed.
Yeah.
Okay, we're already getting sensory overload just talking about these cities. I need a minute to process all this.
It's funny, with Vanessa's city picks, she doesn't just say, go here, It's more like she gives you the feeling.
Yeah, I get that.
Like with Essaouira, it's not just, oh, beaches. It's that whole vibe of the artists and the surfers, relaxed, but kind of cool,
For sure. And finding that energy of a place, that's key for me. But Morocco's more than just cities, right? Vanessa was all about those landscapes. And I got to admit, that Sahara Desert, it's calling my name.
The Sahara. Man, it changes you. But what Vanessa said about the silence there, that really got to me.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine no phone buzzing, no cars, just the wind across those huge dunes. It's a reset you just don't get anywhere else.
And it's not just sitting there, right?
Right.
She talked about camel tracks, sleeping into the stars, really experiencing how vast it is.
Totally. Picture this. You're on a camel, slow, like swaying, and those dunes, they shift with the wind. It's wild. And the sun goes down, the sky's all these crazy colors, and then bam, a million stars.
Okay, stargazing in the Sahara is officially on my bucket list. But switching gears completely, Vanessa also mentioned the Atlas Mountains. Sounds like a hiker's dream.
The Atlas Mountains are incredible. So many trails. Vanessa talked about Toubkal National Park, where Jebel Toubkal is. That's the highest peak in all of North Africa.
Wow, seriously?
Yeah, pretty intense. Imagine the views from up there. And then there are those Berber villages down in the valleys. Maybe you have some mint tea with a local family.
Hold up, did you say climb the highest peak in North Africa? I don't know about that level of adventure. But those villages, that's intriguing. What are they like?
They're like little pockets of time almost. Their traditions, how they live. It's been passed down for generations. So different from, our everyday life.
All right, so we've got desert adventures, mountain treks. But we can't forget that coastline. Vanessa mentioned Tagazout Beach, and I'm already hearing those waves crashing.
Tagazout is surfer central for sure. The waves are consistent, perfect for riding. But even if you're not into surfing, just the setting itself is amazing. Those cliffs that drop right into the ocean, golden sand, those classic Moroccan sunsets.
Okay, I'm seeing myself now on a rooftop terrace, mint tea in hand, watching the surfers. This is the life. But Vanessa also talked about Ouzod waterfalls. Seems kind of hidden, a secret spot. What's the deal with those?
Ouzod waterfalls are unreal, like something from a movie. Think waterfalls pouring down into these pools, all green, surrounded by plants, even monkeys swinging around.
No way, monkeys.
Yeah, it's a trip. You can hike down to the bottom of the falls, feel that mist, even swim in the pools. It's perfect.
Okay, I'm sensing a theme here. Crazy, beautiful nature, but with a touch of adventure. What about Dakhla? I've heard the name, but that's about it.
Dakhla's getting more popular, especially for people who like to go off the grid a bit. Think lagoons, beaches, all pristine, perfect for kite surfing or just totally disconnecting.
You had me at disconnecting. Okay, my mind is officially on vacation mode. But we can't just live on scenery and good vibes, right? Moroccan food, that's got to be a highlight.
Oh, man, the food. Vanessa's big on it not just being about eating, it's the whole experience. You're in the souk, all those spices hitting you. Then you have a tagine, slow cooked, that flavor. Yeah. Or pastries dripping with honey.
Okay, now I'm hungry. But she also talked about historical sites, which I love. Where do we even begin?
Morocco's got layers of history, Roman ruins, ancient cities. Vanessa talked about Ait Ben Haddou, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It looks straight out of Gladiator or Game of Thrones. Yeah, it's a sar, a fortified village, and the architecture is just insane. You walk through those narrow passages, and you can feel the history. It's heavy,
Wow, I've seen pictures, but you're making it come alive. I think I read somewhere that Morocco even has Roman ruins.
They do. Volubilis, super well preserved. Imagine you're walking down these ancient streets, arches, columns, and in the background, the Atlas Mountains. It's like you've stepped back in time to the Roman Empire. Vanessa said to just take a minute and imagine the people who lived there all those years ago. It's powerful.
Okay, I'm getting chills again. What about Meknes? I haven't heard much about that one.
Meknes is one of those imperial cities. People often skip it, but it's amazing. Big gates, these huge royal stables where they kept thousands of horses back in the day. And there's a mausoleum there that's on par with the Taj Mahal, a total hidden gem if you want to see Morocco's royal past.
Ooh, I love a hidden gem. What about Rabat? As the capital, it's got to have some historical significance, right?
Rabat's a cool mix of old and new. Vanessa mentioned the Hassan Tower, which was supposed to be the tallest minaret in the world. They never finished it, but it's still huge. And then there's the Kasbah of the Udayas, a really old fortress right on the ocean, incredible views.
So we've got bustling cities, ancient ruins, incredible landscapes. I'm starting to see what Vanessa meant when she said Morocco has something for everyone. But she also mentioned some hidden gems, places off the beaten path. Now I'm really curious.
Right, let's get into those. They're like a whole other side of Morocco, A chance to really get into the local culture, see something different.
Okay, I'm ready to go exploring. What's first on this hidden gem list?
First up is Doum. Vanessa called it Little Marrakech. It's a walled city like Marrakech, but smaller, more laid back. Think strolling through the souks without the crowds, checking out ryads, maybe even taking a cooking class.
A cooking class in a chill setting. I'm in. It's like you get the authenticity without the overwhelm.
What else is on this list? All ears.
So we've covered a lot of ground, right? Bustling cities, those ancient ruins, the incredible landscapes. I'm really starting to get why people say Morocco is more than just a place to visit. It's like a whole feeling.
Yeah, it's the senses, all those smells, the sounds, the mix of cultures, the history you feel everywhere you go. But what really struck me with Vanessa is how she talks about respect. She's not just saying go have a good time, she's reminding us to be mindful,
Totally. And she gave some good tips, like dressing modestly, especially religious sites, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But learning some Arabic phrases, that's going above and beyond.
It shows you care, right? Even just a thank you in Arabic, shukran, it can make a difference. Vanessa talked about how even just trying a few words, it changes how people interact with you. You're not just a tourist, you're engaging.
Okay, I'm adding learn basic Arabic to my to-do list before the trip. But you also talk about embracing the unexpected.
Yeah.
That's where I get a little nervous. I like to have a plan,
Oh, me too. I'm a total planner. But I think what Vanessa's saying is that with Morocco, the best stuff happens when you don't plan it. Like missing a train and ending up in this amazing local market, or getting lost in the Medina and finding a hidden courtyard. Those are the stories you remember.
So it's about letting go a little, trusting that it'll work out.
Yeah, it's scary but exciting, right?
Definitely both.
Yeah.
Which brings us back to those hidden gems Vanessa talked about. Sounds like they're perfect for those unexpected moments. We're talking about Tailor-made, little Marrakech.
Right. More relaxed, smaller. You can experience that Moroccan vibe without the crowds. Perfect for wandering, taking a cooking class, whatever you're feeling.
Love that.
Yeah.
So what other hidden gems are on this list?
For nature lovers, Vanessa recommends the Akour waterfalls. They're near Chefchaouen, and they're like a whole different world. Imagine you're hiking through these forests, hearing the waterfalls. Then you reach this pool, crystal clear water. It's like nature's spa.
Sign me up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm feeling adventurous now. What about something really off the beaten path?
How about Teht? It's in the Anti-Atlas Mountains. Vanessa said it's a photographer's dream. These crazy rock formations shaped by the wind over like millions of years.
Hold on, millions of years. That's some serious history, and it's not even a building.
It's wild. It's like nature made this huge art installation, and you can hike there, rock climb, or just enjoy the view. Vanessa said the sense of space there is incredible.
Okay, that's going on a list.
Yeah.
Now, any hidden gems for road trippers? Scenic routes we should know about.
Vanessa saved the best for last. The Tizi N Test Pass. It's this mountain road that goes through the high Atlas Mountains. The views are insane.
Oh, wow.
Think hairpin turns, those steep drops, little Berber villages clinging to the sides.
I might have to rent a car just for that drive. But it's not just about the driving, is it?
No, it's about the whole experience. Vanessa suggested stopping in the villages along the way, trying some local snacks, maybe staying in a guest house run by a Berber family. Take your time, enjoy it.
This is what I love about this deep dive format. It's not just a travel show. We get the why behind everything, that deeper level.
And it's making me rethink how I travel, honestly. It's not just about checking things off a list. It's about being open to what happens, those unexpected connections.
I love that. So as we wrap up our Moroccan adventure here, what's the one thing you're taking away from all of Vanessa's insights?
For me, it's that Morocco is about waking up your senses. It's that smell of spices in the souk, the taste of mint tea with a family, the sound of the call to prayer in the city. It's about being present, being respectful, and just being open to whatever happens.
That's beautifully said. So to everyone listening who's ready to book that Morocco trip, remember, pack your curiosity, your sense of adventure, and most importantly, an open heart.
And don't forget that respect for the culture. It's what makes the experience so special.
Absolutely. Until next time, happy travels, everyone.